Hi, my name's Leo and I'm a boat builder and a sailor. A few years ago I bought a very old and quite famous wooden sailing boat for the price of $1, and since then I've been rebuilding that boat from the keel up with the help of a lot of amazing people. Well, I'm not even sure if that intro is quite right anymore. Things have changed so much in the last few months, and this video is going to be a little bit different from my normal videos. I wanted to give you guys a real-time update of what is actually going on right now in Tally-Ho and what is going to be changing or what is going to be coming up for the boat and for the channel and for the project and for me. So the last few weeks and few months have been really busy trying to get the boat ready to sail this summer, and that has been a huge goal of mine and something that's really important for the team, the project, for mental health, enjoyment, to be able to take the boat out and actually use her this summer. So we've been working really hard towards that, and the videos in some ways are a little bit behind. I've got a lot of footage of a lot of projects that have been happening which we haven't used yet. But as of today, right now it's Friday the 28th of June, we are getting ready to leave the dock tomorrow to head north to the San Juan Islands for a week and then head around Vancouver Island and possibly up to Haida Gwaii this summer. So we're going on a big Shakedown Cruise to take Tally-Ho out, sail her properly, get to know the boat, and hopefully have a really, really nice summer. So while we're doing that, there's going to be all sorts of exciting things going on, and in terms of the videos, we're going to be showing a lot of the projects that have already happened, so things that happened before we launched the boat or in the last few weeks. Got a lot of footage left, a lot of projects which I still want to document, but we're also going to be showing footage of sailing the boat, the adventures we have, the people we meet, the maintenance, the rigging, the work that we are still going to be undertaking along the way, because we still have a lot left to do on the boat, including some pretty big projects. So the videos are going to be a mix of sailing, woodworking, and adventure, hopefully. Now, a lot of people have wondered what's going to happen to the team that we've built here and to the workshop and so on once Tally-Ho starts sailing, because of course the team is one of the biggest parts of this project, and for me, one of the most amazing parts of it. And basically, we're not exactly sure what's going to happen. There's a lot of things that are still open right now. Some of the team are going to be staying here and using the workshop while the boat is away. Some of the team is going to be coming with us to sail. The first part of the trip to the San Juans, pretty much the whole build crew almost is coming along, apart from a couple of people who unfortunately can't make it. And then in the future, we're going to be bringing Tally-Ho back here after a couple of months and potentially doing more work in the yard here, potentially staying for a winter. We're not exactly sure. It all depends on how this trip goes. And we've just been working really hard towards getting the boat sailing and trying not to make too many plans beyond that, because it's really hard to predict how it's going to go and what that might change. But first and foremost, I just want to acknowledge the amazing team here that have just made this project so much incredible work, so many good times, so many great personalities, and I think we've had a lot of fun, I think, and I hope the others feel the same. It's been a real privilege working with all of them, and I hope to continue working with them. Hopefully that'll be further on in this project or in other projects, but I'm sure you'll be hearing from a lot of the crew on this channel again sooner or later. Now I'm going to talk just a little bit about some of the projects we've been working on in the last few weeks that are yet to come up in the videos. Now obviously you will have seen some of the capstan work being undertaken, and now the capstan is actually installed on the foredeck, and that'll probably be the next video to come out as the final part of that installation process. That has been happening right up until yesterday. Getting that on the boat was the very last big job that could stop us leaving, and I've been working really hard on that, and others as well, getting that in so that it actually works, getting it functional. So there's going to be some more on that. There's going to be some more on interior jobs. There's been a lot of stuff happening down below, including a beautiful bench that Nick has made and lots of little bits and pieces around the boat. We've got the jackyard topsail still to come. In fact, we haven't actually flown that yet. We've just flown our working topsail, but the jackyard topsail is much bigger. It's going to go right up and extend beyond the top of the topmast, so that is really exciting, and hopefully we're going to be flying that in the San Juans for the first time. there's been a lot of rigging stuff going on as well, which is really interesting, and the rig is almost complete now, but there's still some more to do, which we're going to be doing underway. But it'd be great to get Bob to explain some of the stuff he's been doing, and some really interesting and intricate work been going on there. Now, tally-ho leaving the dock is obviously a big milestone for the project, and some things are going to change about the videos and the sort of thing we're doing day to day. But we're not leaving the build process behind, I don't think, at all, because we're going to be looking back at it so often. We've got so much footage to work through, so many interesting videos to make about the things which were happening in the yard. And I'm really excited to make a few overview videos, maybe showing a lot of work over several years condensed. And I've also got some kind of philosophical ideas that I want to explore in videos about boat building and the process behind it and my ideas on it. So we're not moving away from boat building at all, and I'm hoping that also we're going to be able to visit other boat builders on our trip and see other boat yards and other boat building work going on. And eventually maybe we'll be doing some more boat building ourselves beyond the typical maintenance that we'll be doing on tally-ho. Throughout this rebuild process, there have been many wonderful things that have come together, and wonderful experiences. And one of the nicest things that happens from time to time is I get messages from people who, through viewing these videos, have become interested in boats or wooden boats for the first time, and have learnt to sail or started to build a boat or connected with a loved one who is interested in boats. And that's been one of the most rewarding things about making these videos and working on this boat and rebuilding it. And if there's one message that I want to be putting out into the world, it's amazing that we're able to do what we're doing and to the standard that we're doing it. But that's not what sailing and what boats are all about. The important thing is just getting out there and doing it. And it doesn't have to be to a high standard. It doesn't have to be varnished teak. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Getting out on the water can be really affordable. It can be easy to do. It can be something you do with your kids or your parents. It's such a rewarding, fun, connecting, and deeply meaningful thing to do, building and sailing boats. And there needn't be necessarily barriers to doing it. It doesn't have to be tally-ho. It doesn't have to be a 7-year project. And the people that have got in touch with me have proven that, as have many of my friends who are doing this sort of thing in very different ways. So, if there's one thing that I feel proud of through this rebuild process, apart from the boat itself, of course, it's just getting people out on the water, getting people in their workshops. And, I would encourage anyone who is thinking about doing the same to just go for it, because it's such a deeply rewarding thing to do. Now, I know this video is very different from our normal videos, and I'm sure some of you are missing seeing the action, but I hope getting a little update has been interesting, and there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff to come. I'm really excited to be able to make a wider variety of videos, to have a new set every day, to be out in the world seeing things and doing work on the boat, and learning to sail this boat with all the challenges that's going to entail, and learning to maintain it as well. So I really hope you stick around. We're going to be finishing off the capstan install in the next video, and that was a really interesting and really challenging process. And I'm just so excited to share more adventures, more stories, more challenges with you guys. Honestly, you guys watching these videos are the most important thing about this project. You are what makes it possible for us to do this work, what's made it possible to rebuild this boat, and what's making it possible for us to keep having adventures, keep doing more interesting, more exciting things, keep building the channel into new places. And I'm so grateful to be here, so grateful for all the amazing help that I've had from so many people, just getting involved, following along, donating, being involved in so many different ways. It really means so much to me, and I'm just very happy and grateful to be here. So thank you. Now, we've got a lot more packing to do. We're leaving tomorrow. We've got stuff everywhere. We've got a million jobs to tick off the list before we can leave the dock, and we got a tide that won't wait for us. So I'm going to sign off and once again just say thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.